Welcome back to Gregg Shorthand for Beginners Lesson 3. In today's lesson we're going to look at our sign for A in Gregg Shorthand, and we're also going to talk about the different shades of the vowel sounds E and A. So let's get straight into it. So in our previous lessons we've covered the sign for E, which is a small circle. Now our sign for A in Gregg Shorthand is a large circle. So in our previous lesson we had the word me. M-E for me. If we now write M-A with a large circle, M-A, we have the word may. So me becomes may. Another word we had previously was mead, M-E-D, for mead. So if we now write M-A-D, we have the word made. Team, T-E-M for team, becomes tame. And deem becomes dame. D-A-M for dame. So it's very easy to pick up the A vowel sound in Gregg Shorthand. It's a larger circle than the E to represent A. So now we've covered the signs for E and A in Gregg Shorthand. I'd now like to talk about the shades of sound of those two vowels and how we represent them in Gregg Shorthand if required. So what do I mean by shades of sound? Well, in English we have 3 sounds of A, which I'll demonstrate now. So we have the A sound, as in can. We have the R sound, as in calm. And we have the A sound, as in K. So we have 3 sounds. We have A, R and A. So remembering that Gregg is a phonetic system where we write by sound, I'm going to put the outlines for these 3 words on the board. And in doing so, I will be using the sign for K in Gregg Shorthand, but don't worry about this now. This will be covered in a later lesson. So let's work through. Cam, we pronounce K, A, M. So let's write K, K, A-M for cam. Calm, we don't pronounce the L in calm, so that leaves us K-A-M as well. And came, well, we don't pronounce E, so that leaves us K-A-M as well. So you can see all of these outlines are the same. They're all K-A-M. But in longhand, we don't distinguish the different sounds of A. We know from the words themselves and the context of the letters around the A which sound it is, whether it's cam, calm or cane. However, in Gregg Shorthand, we do have a method of notating the precise sound. So in cam, where we make the A sound, there's no mark, we don't add anything, and that tells us that it's A as in can. The R sound as in calm, we can notate below the vowel, just a dot, tells us that that's the R sound of A as in calm. And the long sound of A as in came, so the A sound is just a short downward dash below the vowel, and that tells us which of the sounds whether it's cam, calm or came, just with these. However, we rarely use them in Gregg Shorthand writing, so don't worry about this too much. Much as we can read these very easily in longhand, you will be able to in shorthand. The sense of the sentence and the context of the words around the outline will tell you which of the vowel sounds it is, but these are here for reference, or if you need to particularly mark the sound in a word to be sure of its pronunciation. So let's do the same with our E sound. We have 3 sounds of E, and one of them we use in Gregg Shorthand is the short sound of I we represent with E. So I'm going to demonstrate now. So we have I as in knit, we have E as in net, and we have E as in need. So again, I'm going to write these. This uses letters that we've already learnt in Gregg Shorthand. So let's go through phonetically. Knit. Well, we don't pronounce K. K is silent. So that leaves us with N, I, T. N, short sound of E and T. Net, there are no silent letters in that. So N, E, T. Need. Well, we do pronounce the double E. It's the long sound of E in need. N, E, D. So, same as we had with our A sound, we have the same marks in Gregg Shorthand to distinguish these 3 sounds of E. So, the short sound of I, which we represent with E, I as in knit, just like our sound of A, we leave unmarked. E as in net, same as with our calm in A, we just put a dot below the vowel, and that tells us it's E as in net. The long sound of E as in need is a short downward dash, the same as we had in cane. So this is how we distinguish A and I, R and E, and A and E. So we have 3 sounds of A and 3 sounds of E, but as in longhand we don't distinguish them, and when we write Gregg Shorthand it's very rare we use these, but they're there if you need them, or if you need to be sure of a word and exactly what the word is, or if a word is being written in isolation on its own and it doesn't have context around it. That's where you can use these distinguishing marks to represent phonetically exactly what the word is. So thank you for watching lesson 3. I hope you're finding these videos useful. If you are, please leave a like below, and that will help these videos reach more people who are interested in learning Gregg Shorthand. Until the next time, bye for now.